Hey ladies. One of the prompts today on day 9, I'm pulling it up right now because I want to say it correctly. So the first question is, what social media pages do I need to unfollow that are negatively affecting my thoughts? And then what music or TV shows influence my thoughts and actions in a way that is unpleasing to God? And essentially I wrote reels and like TikTok shorts or whatever on there because somebody in a comment section on one of the reels that I was watching, they're like, I built this algorithm brick by brick, and I laugh because I'm like, yes, like I watch nothing but like, for the most part, like I watch little dance videos and stuff, but I watch a lot of videos about marriage. I said that's so funny, marriage. I watch a lot of videos about marriage, wife things, motherhood. And a lot of the videos about marriage is like a man doing this and doing that. And I catch myself being like, well, why don't he looking at him sideways? And I'm like, that could definitely be unpleasing to God. Matter of fact, I know it's unpleasing to God and it's destroying our marriage from my perspective because then it makes you like get just start feeling a way towards your husband. And it's like, you don't even really know this couple or this man outside of this. And like, so I repent when I have thought stuff like that, and I realize, like when I see certain stuff, um, I'm just in a season right now where I'm not gonna watch that stuff until I get to a point where like I'm not about to be comparing my husband to what I see somebody do on the internet, and then like countering those thoughts with like, well, what does he do? And then being like, well, I wonder if this man does that. Like, what if my husband did do that, but did do this thing that this man on this reel is doing, but then I lost this very important thing that my husband does, you know? So it's like all men, and our husbands included, all men have like, they're good and they're bad, and we shouldn't be comparing them, or things like that. And we can pray for God to change their hearts and do some of the things that we feel love to do, and also just having conversations like, hey babe, you know and let me back up, because for me, like when I got in my marriage, there were certain things that were not important that may be important to me now. So as you change as a woman and things change for you, I think that's very important to let your husband know. I think a lot of times as women have this like, if he wanted to he would mentality, which I think is dangerous, and there is truth to that. But then also, I was watching a reel and I was a little annoyed about it, I'm not gonna lie. But this lady, she was like, your husband didn't grow up seeing his mom get treated like this by his dad or a man, so he don't know and stuff. And then like part of me is like, that's an excuse, like whatever. Looking at it like, man, a man could say that just to like get out of it, like he knows what I want. So that's something I will be honest and say, I still need to pray about that, because like that's kind of how that made me feel a little bit. But then I opened my heart to being like, okay, well, maybe there's something I'm just not being able to grasp. Like I feel like he should know. I feel like, if he wanted to, he would, type of thing. And just praying for the Lord to remove that from me, and just praying like, Lord, show me, like, do I even know all the ways that I like to be loved? Because sometimes she'll ask me, well, what would you need me to do? And it's like, okay, I got like 2 3 things maybe, and then I kind of draw a blank, and I'm like, do I know? Like, do I really know everything? And I'm not saying that's for everyone, but just me personally. I'm like, okay, well, maybe I need to see what I need more, and then tell my husband, and then give him room to like start doing that, and just having grace and compassion on him, because he is providing. We're on a one income home. Our husbands are focused on building our house, and but I do pray. And if you're a wife that goes through that and you want your husband to be a little more romantic, or whatever gesture that's really important to you, just laying it at the Father's feet and praying like, help my husband see how important this is in our marriage, and also show me what's important to my husband, because I don't want to just receive. Like, well, how does my husband need to be loved? How can I support my husband instead of always feeling a way about what he's not doing for me? Like, what if I'm missing the bar? What if I'm not pouring into him the way he needs to be poured into? So I think that, like, when we can put ourselves in a position of grace and compassion for our husbands, learning ourselves, and wanting to do things for him, I think it's gonna be good for us. I look forward to applying the things I learned the last 2 days and how they um, work out in my marriage, and whatever other wisdom that will be revealed to me. So thank you guys for listening to all of this and all of my thoughts. I'm just, again, just a woman trying to become a better wife, and low key kind of documenting my marriage and where it's at, and where it's about to go.